A disturbing trend: abusers filing defamation lawsuits in response to domestic violence reports. Domestic violence is a deeply distressing issue that affects countless individuals and families across the globe. Victims who summon the courage to report their abusers often seek justice and protection from the legal system. However, a disturbing trend has emerged in recent years, where some abusers respond to these allegations by filing defamation lawsuits against their accusers. This worrying development not only adds insult to injury for victims but also raises complex questions about the balance between free speech, legal recourse, and the protection of victims' rights. The abuser's tactic: in a cruel twist, some individuals accused of domestic violence have chosen to weaponize defamation lawsuits against those who have reported their abusive behavior. This tactic involves filing legal actions that allege the accuser is making false and damaging statements, thereby tarnishing the abuser's reputation. These lawsuits are often framed as an attempt to protect the abuser's character and clear their name. Chilling effect on reporting: the threat of facing a defamation lawsuit can have a chilling effect on domestic violence survivors who are considering reporting their abusers. Fearing further legal consequences and public humiliation, some victims may opt to remain silent, allowing the cycle of abuse to continue. This not only obstructs justice but also perpetuates a culture of silence around domestic violence. Legal complexities: defamation laws vary widely across jurisdictions, making it difficult to create a standardized approach to addressing this issue. In some cases, defamation claims can be valid if they can prove the statements made were false and damaging to their reputation. However, this legal avenue can be exploited by abusers to manipulate the system and further victimize their accusers. Impact on survivors: for survivors of domestic violence, being faced with a defamation lawsuit after bravely reporting their abuse can be devastating. It not only adds psychological trauma but can also be financially draining and time-consuming. The legal process can be intimidating, and survivors might be coerced into silence as a result of the legal battle. The balance between free speech and victim protection: the emergence of abusers from intimate partner relationships using defamation lawsuits as a countermeasure raises complex questions about the balance between free speech and protecting victims. While it's crucial to safeguard individuals' rights to address their grievances, this must not come at the cost of silencing survivors who are already grappling with the aftermath of abuse. Striking a balance between these competing interests is a challenge that legal systems must grapple with. Potential solutions: legal reforms: jurisdictions could consider reforms that protect survivors from retaliatory defamation lawsuits while ensuring due process for all parties involved. These reforms might include implementing measures to quickly dismiss frivolous lawsuits and offering legal support to survivors. Anti-SLAPP laws: some regions have implemented laws known as anti-SLAPP or strategic lawsuit against public participation laws, which are designed to deter individuals from filing lawsuits primarily intended to silence or intimidate those exercising their freedom of speech. Implementing or strengthening such laws could offer a level of protection to survivors. Legal support for survivors: ensuring that survivors have access to legal support and resources can help them navigate the legal process when faced with a defamation lawsuit. This can empower survivors to stand up against these tactics and seek justice. Liability insurance: liability insurance can provide important assistance to domestic violence victims who are sued by their abuser for defamation. But keep in mind, if a survivor is represented by their insurance company, they will settle the case. Insurance companies will not file anti-SLAPP motions or cross complaints on the survivor's behalf. They are there to settle for as little as possible to mitigate risk. Most of the time these types of lawsuits will settle out of court. A settlement does not indicate that either party won the lawsuit. Typical language in a settlement agreement will include a disputed liability clause, often found in insurance contracts or legal agreements, where there is a disagreement or uncertainty about who is responsible or liable for a certain event, damage, loss, or claim. Typically this type of clause will read something like this: the agreement is not an admission of liability by either of the parties. Conclusion: the rise of abusers using defamation lawsuits in response to domestic violence reports adds a disturbing layer to the complexities of addressing this pervasive issue. As societies strive to provide justice for survivors and protect their rights, it is imperative that legal systems adapt to prevent abusers from exploiting the legal process. Striking a balance between the right to free speech and the protection of survivors must be at the forefront of efforts to address this distressing trend and create a safer environment for all. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, share and follow us for more.